take a look here. It's what's going on in this temple here. Northeast Breath Temple. We gotta find out what this mask is.
Pardon the intrusion, Clan Mother, but we bring distressing news.
You speak of Pride, home, yes? In the death of Hizuni.
You already know?
This one heard whispers on the wind, making Arthi carry her to sweeter sands.
I really hope that we see an Alfiq fight in this DLC, please. Please let us see it. I just want to see an Alfiq like going full on ballistic. Grandmother?
Though Tidali can sense the winds of death, she is blind to your motives. Tell this one, Dragon God, why have you come?
I need to find the Divine Mask. Buried alongside the hero Jadari.
Yes, this temple cared for Jadari's remains long ago. You seek the halls of the Hymen, a most sacred place. Its secrets have been passed down across the ages, though perhaps that tradition has died with Hizuni.
Well, I need to get the mask before Rakajan does.
Even if Rakajin finds the mask, it would reject him. He will never be worthy of its power.
But you could use that power, you know? Come on, please. You didn't gonna deny a woman her dying wish.
She did. Then perhaps Hizuni saw something in the tapestry of time that this one has yet to hear in the wind. Very well. Seek the statue of the Forgotten Main south of this temple. Just listen for the bells.
Ah, well, I'll head there at once.
You will find a bell stand by the statue, much like the one in our temple's courtyard. After so many years of neglect, Tidali is sure the bells are heavily tarnished. You should cleanse them before this one arrives.
I still have questions, though.
Very well. Ask what you will, Dragon Guard.
Tell me more about this Divine Mask.
It is Alkosh's light made solid, made real, a gift, a burden, a claw to mend the tapestry of time. It is divine will that manifests for those found worthy. And yes, it is also a mask you can wear. Any statue of Jadari shows you that.
Alright, so what sort of powers does this mask impart then?
What? You want specifics? It
Be nice.
grants the strength of Alkosh's divine will, the power to defeat forces that stand against the natural order. This one could sit here and theorize what precisely that means, but it would do little good.
So you don't know.
Clan Mother Hizuni was the bearer of those secrets, not this one. If you are found worthy of the mask, you will learn its power soon enough. But do not look to Tidali for all the answers.
Alright, what can you tell me about the halls of the Hymen?
You know of Rakajin, yes? He
Yep.
was trained from a young age to enter the Pride of Alkosh. Upon his death, he was to join Alkosh in a place beyond the sands, behind the stars. But that was not Rakajin's only destiny.
What do you mean?
In times of great need, Rakajin was trained to obtain the divine mask from the halls of the Hymen. Through grueling trials and tests of will, he would prove himself worthy. And then he decided to become a dragon priest. Youth these days.
They grow up so fast, huh? So the Halls of Hymen contains trials that must be completed to prove yourself worthy, huh?
Precisely. And before you ask, no. Tadali does not know what these trials are. This one guides heroes to their destiny, just as Kanarthi wills it. It is not her job to provide additional assistance or information.
That's helpful, kitty. Elia?
The halls of the Highmane. Sounds rather ominous, doesn't it?
Nope.
I don't think this will be a simple jaunt through some ruins.
We'll be
Let's
fine.
just hope Rakajin doesn't find the mask first.
We have to get to the statue of Forgotten Main south of here, and it should be bells nearby, right?
Yes, I know the statue. Zaji and I passed by it the last time we were in Black Heights. It seemed to unsettle him, but he wouldn't tell me why. Well, no time to ask him now. I'll meet you by the statue.
I feel like there's going to be important information that we're not getting because we're not asking him. So you sure you want to go with me?
Of course I want to go with you. You'll need assistance, won't you? I know that I might not be the strongest of the Dragon Guard, or the most experienced, or even the most resourceful. Trust me, I'm aware of my shortcomings. But I can still help.
You seem determined.
I'm sorry, it's just... I can't help but feel like I've let you all down. Yagrandu was dead by the time we arrived. Could I have done something to find him sooner? And Casca helped you find the Order of the New Moon, not me. And my father.
You blame all this. You blame all those things on yourself. I was with you when you tried getting that dragon. It's just as much on me as it is on you.
It may not sound reasonable, but I can't help it. It's easy to doubt myself after so many failures. That's why I want to come with you. I want to do something right. I want to prove that I'm worthy of the title Dragon Guard.
All right. Don't overexert yourself. Twilight Cantress, the Exorcist of Azura. In my travels as a ghost hunter, I've encountered many strange spirits and unusual entities, but I've never seen anything quite like possession occasionally suffered by the Khajiit. It starts with a sort of mental twitch and the tick of the tail, an earworm afflicted they can't quite shake. According to the Khajiit folklore, this first sign of becoming a lost cat. Without intervention, Khajiit will become more enthralled to the, by an unheard tune. They begin to move with the beat, to perform unsettling motions they call the bent dance. Now I understand if the madness was simply a result of the ailment or illness, but once afflicted, the bent dance begins a bent dance proper. The evidence of possession is unmistakable. As the Khajiit continue to dance, their bodies transform. Their fur turns black, and dark energies emanate from their body, even uninitiated can see. Unlike most other possessions, the soul possessed is not driven out to make room for a new spirit. Instead, the true occupant is twisted along with their form. Once transformation is complete, they cease being Khajiit altogether at all, and become the things known as Dramathra. These are evil spirits caused more harm than, until they banish from Nirn. To fight the most horrifying affliction, Khajiit formed an order of wandering priests who use song to fight off strange tunes' influence. These are the Twitter Cantors. They claim that the dusk cantiles they perform were a gift from the Khajiit from their god, Azura. I cannot attest to the truth of that claim. By my estimation, the Deja Princes bring nothing but horrors to our world. At any rate, I can say that when observing the Khajiit caught by the bent dance, the words of the Twilight Cantor seems to soothe the afflicted and return them to some semblance of their sense of self. I witnessed the Cantor singing for 3 days to drive out the unnatural energies from the victim. Then, without so much of a moment's rest, she was off down the path in search for more darkness to banish. These traveling mystics spend their entire lives on the road, ever vigilant in their fight against the Dramathra. The Twilight Cantors have little in the way of possessions, carrying the necessary tools that assist them in their duties. They charge no fee for their work, and instead living off the offerings Khajiit make in their appreciation of their service. I noticed the Khajiit treat the Cantors as a mixture of reverence and fear. It is common belief that the Cantors' visit is a sign of an imminent misfortune, and the folks who play host to them are quickly to make offers to guarantee the Cantors' protection. Given that the stakes are, given that the stakes at risk involve the involves the corruption of their very souls, I can imagine why. As a professional ghost hunters, I have to respect their devotion it takes to risk your very soul every day for nothing more than a sense of justice. So if you ever cross paths with one of these devoted exorcists, be courteous and pay your respects to the Cowpunch for the tireless and dangerous work. Interesting. There's another book here. How We Came to Fly. Before Faramir defied Alnir and the world was born, Khenarthi flew swift and high, beyond even the great Alkosh's reach. Though she was boundless and free, she had no one to share her joy with, so she begged her mother to give her someone to share the skies. Faramir gave her Joan and Jode in the night, Magris in the day, and Azura in between. But each followed the path meant for them, and none could really share Khenarthi's joy. Seeing this, Azura spoke to Khenarthi a secret that only they would share. When one of Azura's faithful children reached the end of their life, Khenarthi would snatch them up from Nima's jealous claws and spirit them away to the sands behind the stars. Thus, our chosen people were granted the path to Lusware, and Khenarthi could finally share her joy. Sky spirits. Almado, silent priest. Azura, the mother of all Khajiit, queen of the night sky, the realm of twilight and dusk and dawn, the favored daughter of Faramir. Her spirit are many, where she can carry all the burdens of our ancestors. All tribes know Azura as the god of magic, beauty, and prophecy. She is a keeper of all gates and all keys, all rims and all thresholds. Khajiit know it was Azura that lifted us up and bound us to the lunar lattice, and thus broke us off the chains of fate that we alone shape our own future. Hers is the gift of the Khaja in all our perfect forms. It is written that that she knows the names of all the Khajiit that will ever live. You must come to know You must come to know her yourself, for that is the first step in the path. Khenarthi, elder spirit of the heavens, who sings the songs and with the wind and rain when she passes close to near me. The most ancient sounds were gifted to the world by the spirit, and we honor her with music, song, and the speaking of myths. For some tribes, she serves as a spirit of mourning. It is written that when Lorkhaj died, she hid herself in a storm and wept until Alkosh came to comfort her. Khenarthi carries the souls of the dead Khajiit to Azura for judgment, and is also her messenger. At the end of time, it is her clarion call that will summon the eternal united spirit of all Khajiit to defend creation. Joan and Jode, the ever-mourned, the spirits of the stillborn twins Fatima, who still dance in the lunar lattice. Khenarthi held them when they were born, and did not have a heart to tell her dying mother the truth. She lit 2 lanterns to make their eyes bright and rocked them in the sky until their mother passed. Azura cares for them now, and lights the lanterns again when they burn low. The love of Joan and Jode spread to all Khajiit as moonlight and sugar. To give you praise to the spirits, you must sing Khenarthi's lullaby on nights of the bright moons. Lorkhaj, the Moon Prince, Fatima's favorite son, the White Lion. He was born of the great darkness, and it followed him as his burden. Loved by many, he was considered a noble leader. Lorkhaj was the first spirit to make his own path and its own purpose. Because he was conflicted with himself as soon as he was born, His courage inspired all those he encountered, so much that he united the spirits to make the world. He gave his life to do this. We honor his sacrifice by walking the path with purpose and resisting the call of the dark. Lorkhaj represents the duality of the Karnathi soul and the hardships that all Khajiit must overcome. In her wisdom, Azura lit her brother's fire with the lunar lanterns of Joan and Jode, and thus the true spirit of Lorkhaj is something to appear, but only when called by Azura and Karnathi, or his oldest name, Magris, the sun god, commonly known as the cat of the eye of the third eye of Azura. He serves as a daily reminder of her warmth. It is written that when Magris fled from Boethia and Lorkhaj, he could see out one eye and fell into Moonshadow. There, Azura judged him as too full of fear to rule a sphere, and she tore out his other eye. Magris left to the heavens blinded, but Azura made of his eye a stone to reflect the Variance Gate. This is the Aether Prism, which opens at dawn and closes at dusk. Some sorcerers hold that Magris left the eye willingly as an offering to Azura and her children, and these magi still utter prayers in his name. Interesting little bit of lore there.
These bells look just like the ones in Khenarthi's Breath Temple. And look, they're all tarnished. Clan Mother Tidali was right. The bells are tarnished from neglect. Why don't we perform the cleansing ritual? You just need to press the pedal there to start it.
Remind me how this works, even though I remember it.
I imagine it will be similar to how you cleanse the bells in Khenarthi's Breath Temple. The small bells glow in a certain order. All you need to do is hit the larger bells nearby in the same order. That should cleanse them.
Mm-hmm.
We need to hit the
Red.
big bells in the same order as the little bells.
Yellow.
They should be around here somewhere.
Blue. Green. Red, yellow, blue, green. Red. Yellow, blue, green. Come on. Yellow? Darn it. Blue. And green.
You did it! The bells are cleansed.
Indeed, they are. Well done. Come, Dragon Guard. Tidali must prepare you for the trials ahead.
Alright.
Khenarthi calls to you with gentle winds. She can guide you, but never carry you. With cunning, with speed, you must find your own way. Do you accept Khenarthi's blessing?
Yeah, I guess I gotta.
The drums of Lorkhaj beat strongly. Darkness creeps into your heart, and death claws at your throat. With strength, with courage, you must find the light. Will you face Lorkhaj's darkness?
Yeah, I guess I can do that. Edit. Yeah, I've Affliction Darkness. What?
Alkosh
What's that?
watches with a steady eye. His wayward children have forgotten their purpose and threaten to destroy the natural way. With reverence, with virtue, You must claim his mask and mend the threads of time. Will you walk the path with pride?
No, not really a prideful person, but I could do that, sure.
The north is sweet winds, your Tasha's black heart, light to follow, and darkness to thwart. Cunning and strength, virtue and pride, may they prove worthy of mask divine. The way is opened, and so Tadali's part in this ends. It is up to you now, Dragon Guard.
That it? Really?
The Dolly will pray for bright moons, Dragon Guard. You could certainly use them.
Oh, thank you.
I feel there's more to Clan Mother Tadali's words than pure ceremony. Still, no time to stand around wondering. We have a mask to find. Let's enter the halls of the Highmane.
Yep, you do that. I'm just gonna go wander. Bye. Actually, I wanted to take a look at what some of these books were. Azura's Crossing. Meadow's Silent Priest. Azura's Crossing. His feet touched the sand, and he knew he had died. He could not remember how it happened. But he found he did not care either. It had been a life well lived, whether he believed so or not. And all had been exactly as it was meant to be. He could not remember his name. He was still Khajiit, that much he knew. He felt his claws, his whiskers, his fur. He smelled the salt and sugar. He opened his eyes and remembered having them. Looking out to the endless seas, there were old things there, above and below. He saw them. He saw he was not alone. Other spirits had drifted away from the shore. He thought better. He thought he'd better call out to them. The sands and the warm between his toes and the skies were painted dusk. He turned to look upon the island. There was a house there, one of glass and moonlight and truth. The smell of sugar was stronger in this direction, so he walked that way. The sand shifted under his feet, never quite giving him sure footing. When he tried to step to what seemed to be stone, it crumbled beneath his foot. Still, he walked, and stumbled, and climbed. He reached the stair and stepped on it. But even that was made of transparent glass. Even though it was sturdier than the sand, he found it difficult to trust each step. Still, he walked, and stumbled, and climbed. He reached the door of the house of light, but he cannot open it. He looked up at the sky and the lattice. He tried to remember the motions, the secrets that Mother had taught him, but it was hard, and the lattice kept shaking. Still he walked, and stumbled, and climbed. The gates of the house opened as he walked inside. He knew she was there. He knew he would be struck blind if he looked upon her. But he could not help it. He looked upon Azura, she who sits on the precipice, and he saw her. He was not blind. She was lithe and tall, reclining in a cloudy bed of stars. She wore nothing, and yet he could only see one of her faces. There her eyes shine like moons. "My child," Azura said. And he remembered his name. "You have come." "I have been here before," said the Khajiit. "You have walked many paths," Azura replied to the purr. A path of roses formed at his feet, leading him up to her. "All for me." He stepped onto those path of roses. Thorns cut his feet. The closer he got to Azura, the further away she appeared to be. She rose higher and higher until he was climbing a wall of roses, his fur matted with blood. Each time he reached the top of the wall, he pulled himself over. He was standing at the start of the path again. Still he walked, stumbled, and climbed. He was in her cupped hands then. Her face was the sky, and her eyes were bright moons. He lived there in the sugary bliss for many lifetimes before his foot touched the sand again. Now he's on the other side of the island. It was dark and cold. It was so dark that he could only see the water when it moved. If there were any spirits here, they were the ones who they were one with the darkness. His tail twitched. He turned and saw Azura once more, smaller now, and standing alongside him. She carried the moon staff and wore a silken dress of purple and gold. She appeared not unlike a mortal, beautiful and weary. She looked at him with out into the darkness. Khajiit saw the sadness in Azura's eyes. She had given him so much, he knew, and he's given so little in return. I am ready to walk again, he said at last. What would you have me do? I must send you into the dark, little one. There were tears in her eyes, but she did not let them fall. You must make a path for me. He looked back over the dark water, noticing just how much it moved. I will do anything you ask, Mother. Azura smiled at that, and his heart was glad. She plucked the moon atop her staff and stepped toward him. I give to you my moon, Azura said. She put her lips to the forehead and kissed him. And as he took the moon, it became a weapon. The Khajiit held the blade before him. It shined with the moonlight, and he was no longer feared of the dark. And Azura told him, "Bring my children back." Interesting little story. That's for my love. I got to read all of those. There's like 9 pages of that. I'll read that later. I don't want to like skip in halfway. All right, let's take a look here. All's the high main. Alright, let's go talk to Elia. Elia? Leah.
Our first trial. Looks like we'll have to find a way across.
Maybe we can jump.
Those poles certainly look like grappling points, don't they? Perhaps that's how we make our way across the cavern. Or should I say that's how you make your way across the cavern. We only have the one.
We only have one what?
A grappling bow, of course. I confiscated this one from Zaji back in Senchal, but I forgot to return it to Sai Sahan. It's pretty easy to use. Just aim, shoot, and hold on tight.
Yep, we used it before. Alright, so if you only have one grappling bow, how are you gonna cross?
We just have to hope there's another path. When you reach the other side, look for anything out of the ordinary. A lever to pull or something to light. Anything that may help me traverse the chasm as well.
Alright. What's this over here? Chasm bypass. Of course we can't use that. The chosen warrior accepts that that in the pits of despair, there is always a gentle wind to guide them. But even the guidance, they must walk toward their destiny by their own will. This is the fate of the heroes. The chosen warrior follows the path laid before them, their hearts strengthened by their certainty. They become the light that guides all others along the chosen path. Know this, or you will not don the mask. I I kind of want to go down across the thing there, but oh, nope, up there. Isn't this... oh.
Whatever you did, it worked. The door just opened. I'll meet you on the other side. Good work. Now let's see if we can find that mask.
You just came across from the other side as I did all the work, huh? You have a Dragon Guard Archer? I have a Dragon Guard Archer too.
Grandmother Tadali said you had to find light in darkness. Why don't you try igniting the braziers?
Do I have to?
Defend yourself! What are these things?
Join us in the dark behind the world.
Get ready to fight.
Okay. Not that one.
Arrows at the ready. What are these things?
I can feel it pounding in my skull.
Spirit of Being, Power.
Another. Only 2 more to go.
Yay! What was that? Your Doom and Darkness. I'll read that later.
Get ready to fight.
Oh, hi.
Look out!
You hear the beating of the heart. The miracles us walkers.
Good job. Only one shrine left to light.
Yep, yep. I get to light it this time. Yay.
Defend yourself! Arrows at the ready. Defend yourself!
Alright. We good? What is this one? Through dooming darkness. The chosen warriors must face fearless must be fearless even in the face of certain death. They must not allow the darkness into their heart. Have no fear of death because one does not value life. To have no fear of death because one does not because one does not value life is easy. This is the deception of darkness. The chosen warrior fans the flames that burn in their breast, their heart alight with the life and love. They fight because they must, to protect their life and the lives of others. Know this or you're not don the mask. Alright. Consider we died countless times. I don't know if I...
What are these things?
Mummies? I don't know if I'm the best one to have the fear of death. There, right? We're here then? Boy, those are guardians. Yeah, interesting. I wonder if we get the hourglass as a lamp later on too, as a memento. Wait, what's this down here? Oh, it's all broken.
Sliding stones. Casca told me about these. You move them onto panels to unlock
wonderful.
gates.
Oh, that up. I need to take that one. Let's see. Way to open this? Not really. Maybe we need to move another one here first. So I have to get this one through this gate. Okay, let's get this in where it needs to go. I gotta get one there. And one there. Hmm. Nope. Not that either. Oh wait, there's another okay, I see.
Look, a gate opened. Now you just need to find the platform.
Yep, I gotta know. Alright. Here you go. Okay. In you go.
Same sliding stone to different channels. Don't forget this one up here.
Oh wait, not this way. Where's that last one here? Is it here or? Oh, it was here. Somewhere. Okay, not there. Okay, I guess I put it back. Alright, so let's go put that one on that one and be all set here.
Gate in front of the doorway open. We must be close now.
Okay, so yeah, now I moved this one. Alright, I got it.
You did it! I hope this is the last of these trials. Come on, the mask should be just ahead.
I want to play with more boxes though.
That's a statue of Jadari, isn't it? Let's see if there's an inscription.
Here rests Jadari the Endless, founder of the Pride of Alkosh, first champion of the Dragon Kings of Cats. May she watch over these halls and guide those who seek the massive Alkosh.
You have both ventured far and come so close, but only one may claim the mask of Alkosh. You who heard the clan mother's dying words, go now and claim that which you earned.
Was that Jadari?
Nah, I'm sure it's just some random spirit.
Well, Jadari has spoken. Only one hero can claim the mask, and that hero seems to be you. Which makes complete sense, of course. You have done the lion's share of these trials. I'm just glad I could help you get this far.
What? You sound so disappointed. Like, did you expect to get the mask yourself? What will you do now? Are we sending you away? What?
I could go back to Sai Sahan and report in, but that doesn't feel right to me. With so much at stake and so little time left, I want to do more to support our cause.
You need to think of something only you can do. I feel like we're sending her off on a very hard task here.
You're right. I need to focus on my strengths if I want to help the Dragon Guard. I've always been good with diplomacy. Perhaps I can help gather allies, though I'm not sure who I would even speak to at this point.
What about the shields? Largest fighting force? Actually, she could also talk to the pirates, too. That's a pretty large fighting force.
The Shields of Senshaw? Do you really think they would join us? Well, it's worth a try. Besides, we've learned so much about the Order of the New Moon and their plans. Maybe my father will finally understand just how dire this situation is.
Maybe. Or maybe he'll just ignore it, so... Time to go get a mask. Someone's been here. I mean, who else is lighting these tab? Oh, you?
You seek the mask. Very well. My champion awaits.
He's going to all this trouble about summoning these skeletons and just sneak on right on by. That is a big hourglass.
Show me your worth.
Hi there. It's like a predator mask. Look at it. Oh, what kind of hit him? All right. Nightblade. Stop that. Stop that. Is that really all you can do? Oh, there you are. Hi. Really? Oh yeah. Burn him. Crispy dragon. Crispy dragon.
Very well, brother. Let us end this.
Ooh, we see dragon fight. Match run by the champions of Pride of Alkosh. Predator. It'd be amazing if we get like heat vision or something like that. Hell are we? Time to go talk to Sai. But why was it a giant hourglass there? Like sitting there that's broke. I wish you saw like him break it or something. I would have liked to know what the mechanism was for getting the mask out of that normally. Sai, our dragon friend's busy fighting a dragon.
My friend, you look like you've been to oblivion and back. What matter of trial did you face?
Quite a few actually. And recovered the mask. We also killed the necromancer.
By my honor, that's good to hear. With Rakishin slain and the mask in our possession, we're much closer to victory. And it's all because of your efforts. Here, take this. Another interesting item I found in the Sanctum's vaults.
Ah, good. A charged activated lightning staff with weapon critical, weapon damage, and stamina recovery. That's great.